Okay, um, so here's the long video about everything. And I've resorted to having my little talking points because I have a lot. I don't know. I think I'm in the frame. We got a bit of a list. Krakow was amazing. Like I said, we are now in Slovakia. I could not think of it earlier, but we're in Slovakia now. So we spent a couple days in Krakow. It has the largest square, I think, in Europe. The square in Old Town is the biggest in Europe. It was very nice. We got to, I'm trying to think of, I'll stick to the list, I guess. We stayed in our first hostel, so that experience has been had, and it was definitely an experience. It's like having a giant sleepover, except not quite as fun. We did meet this art, she was several years older than us. She graduated art school, but she lived in I think Santa Monica, Cali. So we met her and talked to her, and we saw a bit of the city with her. So the hostel was nice. It wasn't terrible. I mean, we have several more to go. Biggest square. Oh, we went to the castle in Krakow. There's a lot I could say about it. It was really nice. The armory was particularly fascinating. Just all of the swords, such ornate swords, like swords that you wouldn't think of even like creating or building, much less wielding or ever using. I guess the main point for the castle was the painting, what is it called? Woman with an Ermine, I think is what it's called. It's one of Da Vinci's paintings. It was on display there. It's one of the best preserved works of his. And then, there's a lot of detail in the brushstroke that you can't actually see the brushstrokes. Even as close as you get to it, you can't see the brushstrokes. The detail in the facial structure and in the woman's hands, the depression of the fur of the ermine, the symbolism behind the ermine, the fact that the background is black and not its original blue and gray, I think sort of a sky texture. It was painted over black when it was acquired by Polish hands. So that was really cool. Let's see, leaving Poland. Yeah, this was the first time that we've left a country. And it was sad, it really was. Because I don't know when I'll return to Poland. I know it will be eventually, especially because Adam has family here. His mom comes over here probably twice a year, I think. So, I know I'll be back, but it's still sad. And the whole trip is sort of that way. The whole trip is sort of bittersweet in that the farther you move through the tour and the more countries you see, the closer you get to the end. It's sort of silly to think about, but as soon as the trip ends, or as soon as you begin the trip, you realize that it's going to end very quickly. But at the same time, Adam and I have talked about it, and we're only about 10 days in, and we still have like a month and a half. And we keep talking about our friend Ala that we're meeting in Milan, and then Hans und Edith. We're staying with them in Cologne. And Cologne's like a week from the end, but we're talking about it like it's in a week or two, and it's not. Let's see what else. Oh, back to Krakow for a minute. We and I have to credit Adam. He told me I had to when I spoke about it. But and the churches there are amazing. The churches in Europe aren't like churches in the U.S. They are ridiculously ornate, to a point where you wonder how it was ever created, or even, in some sense, why. Why bother making things as ornate as they've made them in the churches. So the churches were amazing, but one of the churches, the big church, the main one, and our hostel was literally like a block from the old town square. It was fantastic, but the church was right there, right by our hostel, and it's the main one. It has two spires. One is a bit taller than the other. I think it's every hour there's a guy who just, I guess, sits up there. I'm so full from dinner. This is ridiculous. He sits up there all day, I guess, and all night. I don't think all night, but he starts at like 5 a.m. And he plays this little tune on his trumpet, and he like goes around. He goes around the spire and opens each window and like plays his tune, and then goes to the next window, opens it up, plays the next tune, and he does his little round, pun intended, obviously, like every hour. So it's neat. But there's a little door at the base of the spire, and if you knock on it, and again, it's nice to have Adam because he speaks Polish. If you say, hey, I know that we can get up there. Because Adam had been there on a tour, but essentially what you do is you bribe the guy, and he's like, yeah, give me, I think it was 20 zloty, which is 20 divided by 3, so it's like, what, $6? 20 zloty, and you can come up. So, and you climb all these stairs, and you get to the top, and it's absolutely amazing. I took so many pictures, it's not even funny. So I guess that's it for Poland, and we're in Slovakia. Just had my first good meal in Slovakia. We're staying with Adam's friends of Adam's parents. We're staying, let's see, these are the friends of Adam's parents' friends. Yeah. Yes. So we're staying with them. Fantastic meal. So much food. The language here, they speak, I think they speak Slovakian, Slovak. Maybe I'm wrong. And they speak Czech. I'm pretty sure they speak Slovak, but it's very similar to Czech. And Adam can understand, and they can understand Adam pretty well because Polish is a Slavic language, so the language is really, really similar. It's kind of like English and German, because English is a Germanic language. So they also speak German here. So I don't know. And a lot of the people we're staying with don't speak English, but I think a lot of the other places speak a little bit of English, around town. So I should be okay. But I'll have Adam. So regardless. I think that's about it. We had a bit of trouble with our plans because we're staying in Bratislava now, and we're exploring the town tomorrow, and then the next day we're doing a day trip to Vienna, in Austria, and then the next day we were going to do a day trip to Budapest. But it turns out the train ride to Budapest, or bus, they're about the same, is like, I think, 3.5 hours. So we decided not to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to come back from Vienna, and then just pack up, and then the next morning we're going to move to Budapest, and we're just going to stay in Budapest, and then from Budapest, instead of coming back to Bratislava for the night, we're just going to go straight to Prague. So that'll work. And that's about it. it's a lot. I'm sure this video is long, but whatever. I'll try to do a couple more short ones, like the one I did before this. That was kind of nice, just sort of a check-in. And my internet's not working. I tried to... The daughter of the people across from us, she speaks English, so she helped us look at train tickets to get around town and to get to Vienna, and she helped us set up the hostel for Budapest. And she spent like 45 minutes helping us, and we couldn't believe it. We're so grateful. And I had tried to I asked her if I could borrow her internet for the night, but it doesn't look like their signal is going to reach all the way across the hall and into this place. So yet another night without internet, but there should be internet at the hostel 2 nights from now. So, and that means I'm going to have, let's see, I'm looking at my computer screen next to me, and that's 1, 2, and this will be 3 videos to upload. So I'm not behind, not at all. Okay, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else that I want to say. So I'm signing off, I guess. Until next time. And that's all.